sorry for my filthy windshield, but oh yay, here we are at the Blue Beacon with its completely reasonable wait times to get a trailer washed out. We're gonna be here a while, fellas. We're gonna be here a little while. I just need to get the trailer washed out. I wasn't going to. I don't think it needs it. It probably just needs to be blown out with a leaf blower, but believe it or not, dispatch found us a load. Believe it or not. So that's picking up tomorrow, Sunday, but it's 200 miles away from me at 7 a.m. So I'm out and about. I thought I was actually going to end up getting a 34 in, but got to get this stuff done. And he said that we need 4 load locks, and I have only 2, and I might as well get some fuel in the truck and get as close as I can. But I wasn't going to wash the trailer, but it was one of those loads where they specifically say that trailer needs to be washed out when you bring it here, and those places can be very strict about those things. So unfortunately, I am going to sit in this line until I'm washed out, or until I die of old age, whichever comes first. And I mean, I can go other places. Maybe I should have thought about that, because as of right now, I'm still considered a lease operator until this load we're getting is done. And after I got in line, I realized that. I went, oh wait, I'm still paying for this. I could have went anywhere and got this washed out, anywhere besides Blue Beacon, but I'm already in line. It's too late. My fate has been sealed, and that's just the way it's gonna go. So, well, way of the road, bubs, way of the road. So hey, we'll sit here in line for the rest of our lives, for eternity. I would probably die in this line and then haunt the Blue Beacon forever. My soul will be unable to leave, and that's just my fate at this point. But hey, we're here, and that's just the way it goes. So hey, talk to you guys soon. All right, 2 hours. 2 hours at the Blue Beacon waiting for a washout because I'm not very bright, apparently. What do we got going on here? Why is it making this noise? Okay, yeah, because I just make poor decisions. Why is it doing this? Sometimes this truck likes to act like it's not in gear. Be happy to give this back. Transmission air low. Oh, that's the problem I'm going to talk about. There's a reason that it's saying that. So, yeah, 2 hours at the Blue Beacon to get the trailer washed out. Then I needed 2 more load locks because this shipper requires 4 for some reason. $106, but I made the company pay for them. I told them that in the event I left, they would keep the load locks anyways. Not like I would take them with me. So they paid. So anyways, the reason it was saying low transmission air just now, I was just walking back to the truck after getting my load locks, and I heard air leaking. I have a nail in a trailer tire, and this trailer has those self-inflators. I guess I could have set the trailer brake, but I made it a habit not to do that.
Turn left on Lake Road, then take the first right.
When I started driving, we were told to never set the trailer brake because of where we're from, Colorado. Cold climate driving, you don't set your trailer brake so you can avoid freezing in the wintertime. I know there are drivers out there that just set both brakes wherever they go, but that's a regional thing. Obviously it's 88 degrees right now, so the brakes aren't going to freeze or anything like that. But that's the reason I out of habit, never set the trailer brake unless I'm loading or unloading or dropping the trailer, of course. But because it's got the self-inflators on it, I was running the whole system out of air while I was inside. So now 2 hours wait to get the washout. Now we're going over across to the TA.
Turn right at the traffic light,
to get
then
that
exit
tire
right.
fixed. Today's pretty well wasted, I guess. We'll see how it goes. If I could get a couple hours out of it. It's only 2:30 right now, but TA very well could run me out of time. They do that sometimes. I'll see if they got a hat, because this thing is way too hot for 88 degrees. I was gonna buy a hat in here in the Pilot I was just at, and they had like some Freightliner hats that were really cheaply made, And as far as like football hats, they had a Cleveland Browns one. I mean, I'm a Denver Broncos fan. I'd probably rather be a Cleveland Browns fan at this point. But I'll look for hats while I'm in this TA. I'm probably going to be there a while. My pickup for tomorrow started at like 220 miles away, and I'm 192 away now after hours. It's taken me hours to knock out those 30 miles. So the Blue Beacon took forever. I figure worst case, it picks up at 7 in the morning. So if I'm rolling by 4, if this ends my day, if I'm rolling by 4, then we'll be just fine. It's not a big deal. Whatever. I'm normally an early morning guy anyways. Heading home, kinda. I'm kinda heading home. We'll get more into later in this video about sort of what my thought process are and what my plans are for everything. But I needed to get through the house to get my new driver's license. It's at home. Mine expires later on this month. So it's there. And so I'm headed by the house to get that. And we'll kind of figure out what's going on then. Yeah, the load delivers Tuesday morning. So by then I should have some idea of what's actually happening around here. So later in this video, probably in the next portion, I'm not really sure what all we'll see today. I've had a lot of people ask, what about GP Transco? And so we're going to talk about that. I still think GP Transco is a good company. I just don't think they're what I'm looking for right now. And that's sort of what we're going to talk about a little later on today. But I think it's a fair question. A lot of people asking why not go back to GP Transco. So yeah, we could look at that. We can discuss that. What about these Panther guys though? Has anybody ever drove for Panther? I just find them interesting. I'm not saying I'm going to drive for Panther, but I see a lot of them out here in their little box.
In
Are they
1/4
just
mile,
considered box
turn
trucks?
left,
They've got
then
like
take the first
a
right.
Freightliner front end and then just a straight truck, right? Just a box on the back of it. I just saw a Panther van. It looks like they got a lot of options. But I don't know quite how Panther works or what they pay or anything. I just find them interesting, that's all. There's a Panther semi over here. There was one of the little box trucks over there, and there was one across the street, and then there was a van also getting fuel across the street. So Panther's definitely got a presence down here. Anyways, guys, I'm just rambling, so I'm pulling into the TA, and we'll see about getting this tire fixed up, and we'll go from there. Worst case, we've just got a real early day tomorrow, so we'll see how she goes. Talk to you guys soon. What's going on, guys? Hey, I finally found a hat. I found this one acceptable. I'm very particular and picky about the things I put on me, and there are some goofy ass logos on hats out there, and I found this one to be all right. I don't know much about cat, you know, I haven't ever driven anything with a cat, I don't think, but I thought it was cool. I'm still working on getting the bill right. I haven't wore a hat in years, so I feel super weird, but I don't do the straight bill because, well, I'm a grown up. I'm a grown man, so you know, you got to get that curve right, and it takes a few days till you get it. But for now, I just feel weird. I'm like, is it crooked? One day I'll figure it out again. But for now, I'm just gonna have to look weird with you guys. But hey, I feel better about it. Gonna be a hat guy again. Haven't been a hat guy for quite a while. So they ended up getting that tire fixed for me. I don't know why they didn't tell me, but they ended up having to replace the tire, and it just had a nail in it, in the tread. I don't know how big it was or what the problem was, but they ended up replacing the tire. I don't know. They talked to my company. They called them and talked to them about it. So $390 for a tire, which reinforces my idea that I don't really want to do all this anymore with having the bills, right? With having the truck payment and the repairs and all that stuff. The more I think about it, the more I am excited for what the future holds for me and what exactly I'm going to do. So I know this guy trucks, job hopping again, all this stuff, and I do have a terrible, awful reputation for that, and I really do need to get that under control. And that was not the plan coming here. It was not. I promise it wasn't. I'll explain. As I explained in, I think, the last video, or the video where I said I'm ending my lease, I thought that I was coming into it at a time when the spot market would pick up. And historically, the spot market does improve around this time of year. And we're just not in that economy. We're just not. I was hoping this was something I could stick with for at least a year or so. And it tragically does not look like it's going to work out that way. Mainly because even as a company driver, this company still operates only on the spot market, and I'm already seeing the really bad effects of that, even switching to company, which I haven't officially done yet. Everywhere I go, my dispatcher calls me and he's like, the market's really bad where you're at. We're looking for a load. There was a guy in the comments earlier super pissed off that I was negative about my dispatcher not being able to find loads. I'm sorry, but that's why they get their 20% cut. They expect me to do my job, right? They expect me to show up and do my pickups and do my deliveries. If they're getting a 20% cut, they got to find a way. That's all there is to it. They have to find a way. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, though. I think that when you're paying for a service, which effectively I am, you should get your money's worth out of that. And I know that they're a business. I understand that. And they don't want to just come out right and tell me, hey, this market's screwed, go home. You know, they don't want to do that, I'm sure. But that's the reality of it, you know? So if I have something negative to say for 20% of my gross income, well, you better be figuring something out. I'm sorry. You better be figuring something out. That's all there is to it, man. And I can't apologize for being negative about those things, you know? If somebody offers you something and says, hey, it's only going to cost 20% of everything you make, you want that taken care of. And there's no way around that. If, ands, or buts about that. Sorry. I don't know that my dispatcher's necessarily been underperforming as much as it is. This market is bad. But instead of saying to me, hey, where you're at, the market is bad, we'll try to find you a load out of there, just tell me it sucks. Just be honest with me. Because it's been like the last 4 or 5 loads. Everywhere you're sending me at that point is a bad market, is a bad freight market. You're a dispatcher. Your job's to know where the good and bad freight markets are, right? I believe that to be true. So just come out and tell me, hey, spot market's done, bro. Spot market's done. And then we can all just move on, wash our hands of the situation. And instead of waiting to go down with the ship, I'm sorry, it's unfortunate. There's a lot of people out there that are struggling right now. I'm seeing it in my own comments section. Guys giving up their leases. Guys trying to give back their truck to dealerships. That was a comment that came up today. And it sucks that all of us are dealing with that. It really does, because every one of us tried to be our own man and come out here and survive and build a business for ourselves and our families. And we all wanted to do something, right? And a lot of us got our asses kicked, didn't we? Didn't we? I'm not willing to wait until the last minute and then go, now what? Do you think I want to be one of those guys that's at a trucking company that just shut down? Oh, fuel cards are off. Good luck. Don't want to be. Don't want to be. Am I saying that this company will do that? Not necessarily. But am I smart enough to realize, and I'm not an incredibly intelligent guy, but am I smart enough to realize their only business is the spot market, and the spot market is trashed? I don't want to be that guy. Companies are going under right now, guys. That's fact. That's a fact. Companies are going under right now. And if your business model is spot market, you're screwed. Right now. Not entirely. There are people doing good out there. There are people not doing great, but their home bills are low enough, or their cost out here are low enough that they can make this make sense. Well, in a lease, you're just not going to do that. You're just not going to make that make sense. It sucks people are going through that. But I don't want to be a guy 1,000 miles from anyone I know with the fuel card shut off and the company just went out of business. Don't want to be that guy. I don't have anybody I can lean on and be like, hey, can you lend me some money? I need a rental car. You know how much rental cars cost? You know? And where am I going to drive that rental car to? I don't have a job at that point. Where am I headed? That's my thought process. Right now, if your business model is spot market, you are in trouble. Maybe. Don't ask me. That's just what I'm seeing. And I am frustrated that I keep getting told where you're at is a bad freight market. Where I was at was Cleveland. Is Cleveland a bad freight market? Where was I at before that, you know? I've been all over the damn country. And everywhere I go is a bad freight market. For 20%, you might stop dispatching me to bad markets then. Unless the whole thing's bad. Could be that. So I can't apologize for being negative towards my dispatcher. You want 20%? Earn it. That's all there is to it. Earn it. It's all business, baby. It's all business. So I'm done with that tangent. Let me tell you guys specifically what I'm looking for and the stuff that I've prioritized now in my life compared to maybe my priorities even a couple months ago. Because even though I fuck up a lot, one of the things I love about me is I can be versatile and my goals can change. And I can live with those for a little while anyways, right? So let me tell you what I'm looking for. I have spent way too much time not being around the people that I care about in my life, right? It comes with the territory with trucking, but I could make it easier. I could make it easier. There's nothing for me out here out east. I don't know anyone out here, you know. No reason for me to be running around the eastern half of our country. Not even remotely. All right? So what I want, Western Regional. Western half of the country. Some companies do just Western 11, they call it, which is, you know, cuts off at like Colorado, everything west of that, right? A lot of companies do that. You could call it the Western Regional, because then I'm always close to people that I want to see, people that I want to be around. It's real easy to plan, I'm gonna go take some time off here or there or here or home or whatever, working that. So my plan is to leave the eastern half of the country. No reason for it, and I love being out west. I've done so much trucking on the western half of this country. I know where to stop at all times. All times. I have a spot where I can go gamble. Oh, love me some blackjack, right? Where I can go have a drink in my off time, which I'm allowed to do. And I can have me a fat steak. And I know all of it in the west, even California. Oh yeah. Now, down around the LA area gets a little sketchy for me. Don't know a whole lot down there, but it does get a little bit sketchy. But up there in Barstow, you know, there's that Pilot. I believe it's a Pilot right off the interstate. Is that 15? Been a while since I've ran in that area. But there's a lot of really good restaurants right there within walking distance. So you start getting that close to LA, that's a good option to stop for the night. Absolutely. Absolutely. So those are the priorities with my personal relationships, right? Do I actually want to see people more? And that goes hand in hand with, if I just drop this lease and leasing in general, just drop the whole idea of it for right now. For right now, things can change. Then I don't have to worry about parking this truck and, oh, how am I going to pay the bills this week? Am I going to have a negative settlement, which this company don't do, but you get the point. Am I going to, how far behind am I going to get on the bills for stopping this truck? Well, I mean, the benefit of company is you stop the damn truck and they pay the bill, not me, right? So those are the things I'm looking for as far as that goes. After this thing with my wife needing some dental help, it's a very obvious realization, but a realization that I came to nonetheless. I need health insurance, man. I need health insurance. Badly. I need to take care of stuff like that. I mean, if it was going to happen, I'm glad it was my wife. She's very tough. My wife is a very strong woman. But what if it was one of my kids and they needed that? And I'm out here going, oh, I just don't know how to help you. Good luck. Take some pain pills. Hope you'd make it, you know? And that's ridiculous. So I'm glad if it had to happen, it was her or me that would have had to go through it. I've got a tooth way in the back that's need to be pulled for like 2 years, constantly grinding into my damn cheek. Constantly. But I've done nothing about it. So I need health insurance, right? I need it. I need a 401k. I need to start looking at stuff like that. I need to keep every dollar I earn is the point. All right? So those are the things I'm looking for. A company with contracted freight right now, with a big customer base. You know, so I'm not saying they're immune to going under, but they're going to be a lot more resistant to it. So let's get to the big question in the title, Josh. Why not GP Transco? Why won't you go over there? You guys always work so well together. And I still like me some GP Transco. I do. But I feel like I kind of did this video out of order now. Because if you look back through my criteria, the things I just said, they don't offer some of that, right? Sure, they got health insurance. They have, I don't know their business specifically anymore, but when I was there, they did have some contracted freight and a lot of spot market. I don't know what they've done to add to that contracted freight. Not my business to know, but they do not offer the Western Regional, and why would they, being based out of Chicago? It doesn't make any sense. And that's such an important thing for me right now for my personal relationships in my life, is to be able to be close within a couple days, you know, of where I want to be, around the people I want to be around. To me, that matters. So honestly, that's it. That's the whole reason. Everybody keeps asking, why not GP Transco? Why won't you go back and work with them? Maybe you need to get back with GP Transco. I need to knock the bullshit off myself, all right? I need to find something. I need to get in that damn truck. And for the next year, I need to not think about where I'm going to work. I need to work there. For the next year, at least. And I just need to remember, it's all just trucking at the end of the day. But did I find a company that has Western Regional for me? All right. Do they have contracted freight that's going to keep me running? All right. Check. Do they have health insurance? Do they have 401k? Check, check, check. Well, then I need to shut up. And do they pay well? Right? That's important too. I'm 10 years into it. I'm not going to take some low-paying job, right? I'm going to get what I'm worth, right? I can make a few concessions on that, but I'm going to get what I'm worth. And yeah, that's it. GP does not have that. They don't have specifically what I'm looking for right now. Takes nothing away from GP at all. A lot of people like working there. A lot of people do. If my interest was being more in the Midwest, GP would be a no-brainer for me. You know, hey, I just want to run around the Midwest, or maybe down south, you know, Texas, stuff like that. I'm sure GP could have me set up just fine. But I've got no interest in the Midwest. I've got no reason to be there. I've got no one I want to see there. So why would I do it? Right? And that's the whole point, guys. That's it. I know my thought processes are hard to follow. I get it. I appreciate you guys watching. I really do. I guess if I had one wish for like social media in general, was that people didn't watch people and get so invested in them that when they make a decision that like the viewer doesn't like necessarily, that all of a sudden they hate you as a person. I wish that would go away, because I'm not hurting anyone, guys. I mean, I've hurt myself plenty of times, but I'm completely harmless. And I'm not going to go off on that too much, but like, I do have to block people daily on this channel because, like, yesterday they're cool and they're talking to me, and today they don't like how I felt about something, and I didn't attack that person at all in my video, but then they're like losing their mind and calling me every name in the book in the comments. And it's like, why did you just do that? What's upsetting you so much about a YouTube video? That would be my wish for any kind of social media, is that people didn't get so invested in who they watch that it makes them mad. That's crazy. That's crazy. So anyways, I'm gonna go, guys. I have about 3 companies that I am talking to. All 3 of them fit the criteria that I'm looking for. It's really going to come down to like pay, like cents per mile. How many miles can you get me running just on the West as compared to the other guy, and what are these benefits going to cost me, you know? And that's going to be the deciding factors. But there's a clear front runner in this, but as you guys know, I don't put out the company that I work for. I wish I could. I wish that the internet wasn't like it is sometimes, but it is. It's a place where you got to really watch yourself and try to avoid a bunch of nonsense that comes up. But so the point is, I won't say what company I'm at, but you guys are welcome to throw in suggestions if you know something that fits that Western Regional type criteria and pays well. I'll certainly have a look, but I don't think I'm going to apply to any more right now until I've worked with these 3 to see what's going on there, because I don't want to have a bunch of applications out there. you know, and a bunch of people calling me, and only to find out like Monday morning I've found where I'm going. But hey, you know, I just think I need to escape the spot market. That's what I think. It's just in a bad way right now, and we're going to see a lot more companies with this business model go under, guaranteed. Promise you that. So I'll leave you guys to it, and hopefully we do funny videos again soon, because it's all been so serious lately. But whatever, talk soon.